Well, Nightmare Cinema is the bastard stepchild of Masters of Horror. After the 2 seasons of Masters of Horror ended, what I wanted to do was a new series that would be shot, each episode would be done in a different country with a director from that country and be very international. So that was a little too ambitious for the industry, and so there have been other concepts I've had on how to do this, and one was to do maybe 2 or 3 movies a year under the Nightmare Cinema umbrella. And that didn't fly. The one that we did finally, after a dozen years, get the funding to do was to do it as an anthology film. So the same concept of Masters of Horror, get the best possible filmmakers in the genre, give them complete creative freedom and not much time or money, because that's how these things work, especially in the independent world, and see what happens. So we got Joe Dante and myself from the United States, David Slade from the UK, Alejandro Brugués from Cuba, and Ryuhei Kitamura from Japan. We have one of the writers is Mexican-based, and she wrote the one that Kitamura directed. Richard Christian Matheson wrote Joe Dante's, and they'd worked together on Amazing Stories and various places, and you know, it's very international. Even though it was all made in Los Angeles, all of those filmmakers now live in LA. And then we tied them together with it's sort of a metaphor for the death of cinema. It's a haunted old movie theater where Mickey Rourke plays the projectionist who has captured the potential horrific futures of the characters who happen by this Rialto cinema. And the actual cinema has been shut down for a dozen years. It was used in La La Land. It was the Robert Altman's The Player. It's the movie theater in that, and it's a great place. But it's a faded old harridan of a theater. So.